we are going to start seeing 6 player ground up to start on the A side of the map here, and could be a quick take here with the Brimmy Stimmy.
Yeah, and 2 Viper walls already down on both sides, so you can expect a possible late push here as they're going right in to site.
Yeah, and look at this. They're pushing in. Wavy already gets 2, gets 3, gets 4. What in the world just happened? Let this man ace, please. And there it is, the first ace. What in the... Okay, yeah, I just... Wow.
What?
Jeez, who needs the Asher utility when you can just pop them on the head? Wow, now that's an explosive start to this first round of our first match of our series. Rylan, what in the world just happened?
I don't know what I just watched. Holy, not a single 4 assists on the side of Sam, which is got 4 tags there. But now we have a Phantom, round 2 coming from Wavy with leftover funds to spare. But he is definitely feeling confident after that first round. Oh my god.
He did not care about no Astra nerfs. He doesn't give a darn. But look at this, LeBron's not giving Dane any space on the side, and he is going to make a lot of space for his team. Amit gets Jello too, but now look at Raku jumping in, trying to make something happen here. Trying to deny the bomb plant. Isn't going to happen though, and he has a Viper Molly. He is waiting for his team, and now they're all there. Great Molly, forcing these players out of the pillar, and now they know where the last guy is, and it's going to be some nice cleanup there.
Whew, and they hang on to 2 Phantoms for the next... Oh wait, no, only 1. I was mistaken.
Yeah, good it's a little eco.
I thought there was a second Phantom there, but yeah, big round to win. Wavy hanging on to a very massive bonus. I don't even call it a bonus round because he basically just full pot after round 1. Rightfully so.
Right.
But yeah, now we have rifles in the hands of 6 playground, which we saw them fall early last match, which didn't go in their favor. But I think now they know that they need to. If they drop this round, they might be in a little bit of trouble again because we saw it last match. But they're getting the very aggressive pushes. They might stick with it because it worked for the plant, but.
Yeah, and I like this setup. I don't ever really see Viper being played mid too much, and great little peek by Raku there is going to go ahead and get a dink. But so far nothing. Dane does find 1 in B main. Wow, what a push by him. Starting off this round already 5v4, 5v3 already, and man, Lucky Cat Gaming is just making it so hard on 6 playground on their bonus round, Rylan.
Looking like they might come out on top in bonus, which again, not the position you want to be in the hands of 6 playground.
Yeah, and again, look at Lucky Cat Gaming, how they opted to defend first. They're not letting 6 playground kind of get in their groove of defending. But as I say that, TWK and Amit both pick up some kills towards Heaven here, and Sam does trade him out. TWK trying to drop and make something happen, but now it's all up to LeBron's, who's lurked out of B main, but Raku has a feeling about it, and there he goes.
Definitely.
Costly round.
There. Yeah, it was almost with letting Tweak get a kill and a half while Flash was interesting there, but like they just have still have the weaponry advantage, and with the 3-0 after winning bonus round with the entirety of 6 playground buying rifles, they're forced to save again, or opting for a deagle round so they have enough at least. Yeah, very tough position, and it's seen a very similar start to the last match we had with them.
Yeah, they're not able to find their footing on this attack side, despite, you know, well, I think it got a little harder because TWK going from the race to the KO. I mean, KO is practically a duelist in my opinion, and quick take here on the A ramp, and Raku is going to go ahead and stop the push with a Viper Molly. Beautiful utility usage coming out of him, and now they're kind of just stuck at A right now. They have no map control, Rylan, and it's going to be tough if they want to crack this A side.
Getting some good Sam with a shot pick there, holding down the site just so elegantly right now. There's not a lot that 6 playground can be is doing because they're being forced out so hard.
Yeah, and it's just good utility usage and good teamwork that Lucky Cat Gaming are showing us, but Rich does find an opening onto Jello in Heaven, and nice flash by Dane. Raku's right there with them. gets 2. Looking for the 3rd. LeBron's took out Dane, but it doesn't even matter. Amit is just by himself with a slither of health.
14 HP to his name. I don't know if they know he's there, but it's... Yeah. Doesn't matter anyways. Peeks out for half a second, and Wavy continuing his march to 7-0. Actually, Raku's made his way to 7-0 now as well. So with an incredible first round from Wavy, but Raku's kind of keeping it consistent throughout the first 4.
Yeah, and Jello doesn't even have to do anything too crazy. His other teammates are just making his job as a duelist really easy right now. Lucky Cat Gaming looks so solid. I don't know if they were watching that last match, because yeah, you know, CECS Playground not getting to defend first is their kryptonite at the moment, Ryland.
Yeah, we'll see what they choose to try to adapt to this. They have a bit of a very split team amongst the map right now, with Spike leaning towards B, but still 2 members looking for a pick on A, and we see LeBron's kind of looking for a passive pick in the mid. Yeah,
and Raku just opting to use the Viper's Pit here to stop any pushes onto B main, and I love seeing that. That's just making this so hard. They want to funnel them into A, but here comes LeBron's trying to get into male, but Jello in a beautiful position to stop the push. He gets 2 here. And now they're working a ramp. They know they got to make something happen. Dane spots them.
And
aim it. He tried. There's not much. I mean, he had to if he wanted to get something going on B, but Viper's Pit is going to just deny anything from him.
Yeah, splitting the team, well, especially with the spike down mid, splitting the team definitely did not work in the intention that CECS Playground was trying for. They just seem a little out of sorts right now. Last week we saw a lot more of a stronger performance from the team, and like I said, today it's a little underwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, they were just opting to default. They were just trying to spread out and have map control there and just see if anybody made a mistake and pushed. Yeah. But Lucky Cat Gaming, they're in the driver's seat right now. They really don't have to do much. They don't even have to get aggro like, you know, Casual Science played against them in their last match. So
yeah, there's no reason for Lucky Cat to take the aggressive plays when they have such a lead right now.
And as we say that, though, Sam is going to feel it. Wanting to get the Tour de Force pick here. He's not going to get it, but look at LeBron's. Straight into heaven. My man looking for the opening, and he makes the spacer, giving them the side in. Lucky Cat Gaming, I like this. They said, hey, you guys can have it. We're going to opt for the retake. And here comes the utility usage. We're seeing Boombot start clearing out a bit of short. Now they know there's one ramp, and they're taking heaven. They already have heaven retook, and look at LeBron's. Sitting on the other side of the smoke. He needs to help his teammate there. He finally peeks, and he gets Raku, but Jello takes LeBron's out finally, and now the Astral Wall coming out of Wavy, and here comes the retake. It's going to be fast. It's going to be hard. Bobby Raza does get Jello, and Sam takes him back out. Rich, one of his own, but TWK in heaven is going to make it work, and that's what CECS Playground needed there, Ryland.
And the molly from Aim It there, it wasn't seen because of the, I believe, a mix of Astra and Brimstone utility there, but got so much damage off because Lucky Cat was trying to push into the site and walked right into a Brimstone molly. I saw Wavy go down to about 20 HP after getting through, so a very good job there to whittle him down and just literally a one-shot for the pick. And yeah, first time dying for Raku and Wavy so far, but they have so much economy. It's going to be another full buy round for them. Sam opting for an operator though.
Yeah, and look, now that they found their groove on 8, they just want to keep that same momentum. They're coming out, and wow, there we go. Raku trying to make something happen, swings through his own wall, and LeBron's absolutely takes him out. TWK wipes Wavy out, and that's not what we want to see. Those are the two main players making things happen for Lucky Cat Gaming at the moment, and they're already out of the round, Rylands. 5v3, and they got to retake again. Into
Viper Pit as well. Not the situation you want. I wouldn't be surprised if, especially like Sam, decides to save the op instead of pushing in.
But honestly, I know what's gonna happen here, and it's actually I'm wrong. I thought Jello was gonna make something happen, but LeBron's gets 3 beautiful picks by him and Aim It.
Wow.
Trades him out, and
well, I was mistaken.
Right, now we're seeing CECS Playground finally come back to life. They found their groove, and they're finding their their aggressiveness. They're finding those pushes, and it's working.
Yeah, and this is one of those scenarios where it's a perfect example of showing how like a lot of people say Valorant is one of the most momentum-based games out there, especially when it comes to shooters.
Yeah.
I definitely believe that. I would say like something like Rocket League, for example, might have a bit more momentum pace in that regard. But you look at a game like Valorant where you can see teams just flip a switch and all of a sudden 6 rounds in a row go in their favor. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but something like that.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Very heavily momentum based. LeBron's though wants to find Raku, and he does. Great job by him to not keep his eyes off of ropes there. Look at the positioning. Sam does sneak in, and he's kind of just waiting for the smokes to fade. Wavy does stop the aiming push for now, but little does he know there's 3 players. He spams it, he gets 2, he gets 3, man. This guy is on something. Sheesh, Wavy looking to get a 4 through the smoke, isn't gonna get another one.
He heard the stim get put down, and Six Playground hesitated on pushing in for some reason. Wavy was in the spot to counter that anyways, but he didn't even need to look at them to get 3 kills through the smoke.
That was a great play by him, and like you said, he heard that stimmy. He knew something was up. Now TWK and LeBron's trying to make something happen. The Flash doesn't give up their position.
30 seconds left.
And wow, now they know Sam is close. And what a flick by TWK. Oh my goodness, beautiful 3K. Now they've turned this around. This 3v2 is a 2v1 in just a matter of seconds, Ryland. And just when we thought this round was over, after Wavy pulled some heroics, TWK does some of his own.
Yeah, and in a 1v2 situation, Dane has a lot of space to cover before even getting to B site. So many corners to check because he doesn't know where they could be for a possible early duel.
Yeah, he does have a flash to kind of help him get some info, and doesn't get anything out of it, but now he knows 1B main at least. And they're looking to double peek him, and they are. Beautiful teamwork here by LeBron's and TWK. They know what they got to do, and they close out the round 5-3. Beautiful work.
Yeah. And this is a similar scenario where in the second half last game, Tweak was one of the players that really started to step up when they were winning rounds against Casual Sign. And we're seeing it again. We do have LeBron's on the top of the team, which is exactly what you want when you only have one duelist. To have your Jet top fragment, but Tweak is nothing to sneeze about. He's been playing really soundly after these few rounds that they dropped, and they're exactly like they're generating a lot of momentum right now. And we can see Lucky Cat going for like a half buy / mostly save round, so it should be another one in their favor.
And then great dagger there by TWK. I don't know if it got the Viper. I don't think it did, oddly enough. That would have shut down the wall and the orb, and they would have had some more vision towards mid. But I like this. They're defaulting, and they're starting to work different parts of the map, because now they're kind of molding a Lucky Cat Gaming to maybe start doubting themselves about where the positioning should be, right? They do have full control of mid.
Most of the team is mid. We have Viper rotating around, but Rich is still hovering, lurking around a site, trying to get a pick early on and maybe get some advantage for a site take.
Yeah, he's drawing their attention, and wow, Raku does a beautiful job to at least get aim it there. Sam does get one of his own onto Rich, which is unfortunate because he was the one kind of making space for them on A, and Jello is making this Sheriff work for him. This half buy is looking beautiful. He's going to dedicate the ult to take on LeBron, so LeBron's updrafts to avoid it. That was sick by him, but
that was close.
Dane hit him with the old headshot.
Yep. And a team ace for
Lucky Cat Gaming, yeah.
Yeah, for Lucky Cat on a safe round. Very, very big shutdown for how much, like we said, how much momentum that 6 playground was generating there. And they get a few rifles for free, very good for their economy. The only player that's really had to buy this round was Raku, but he's been performing well enough. I wouldn't be surprised if they can keep it for the next round.
Yeah, and looking at the positioning here, 6 playground might want to try to sell a fake towards B and pull rotates, and that's kind of what we're seeing. There's 3 players on that side of the map, and That's good, because I have a feeling they want to hit A late. That's why they dropped the spike in A main.
Yeah, just leading so that no matter who gets spotted, they'll never know where the spike is. They have it there in a safe spot. What you don't want to happen is Wavy take out your Jet and Viper on A site and have to go all the way back to retrieve that spike.
Yeah, that would be very unfortunate. And we did see Sam there playing around with LeBron's, and has to be careful because LeBron's will take him out, and Raku in a beautiful position to help his teammate. A-Mate finally takes the trade back in their favor, and it's a 4v4. Just as I say that though, Jello looking for more. He takes out that other player, and now A-Mate says, I'm out of there, brother. Sam finds that pick on the other side. Poppy Raza with a trade.
Yeah, so and although they had so much pressure towards B, Wavy never bit on the rotation. Because I think what they might, it was looking, they were staying quiet on A, and I think they might have been looking for them to rotate to B preemptively before they saw the spike. And it just didn't work out because Wavy, with the game sense that he has, stuck on A site. There's nobody on B currently, though. We see Poppy Rasa moving over to what will be an empty site unless Dane makes his way over. They only have a little bit of time, though.
Yeah, but look at A-Mate's position. He's there to make sure nobody's creeping up on him by the rafters in heaven. And so far, good plan. But this is very, this is very typical. We're gonna see the group up here coming out from Lucky Cat Gaming, and now we're gonna see the retake come in. The smoke dissipates, and now Jello is about to get ready to run out, and he gets one, but he's not going to be able to get the second, though. And Poppy Raza needed to be there with him. I think he was a little too scared. He mollies the push up, and he's kind of making them vulnerable, but it's not going to be enough. Great double peek there by Wavy and Dane. And a great retake. Very, 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 very fundamental.
Second team ace in a row.
Yeah.
There you go. That brings it to 7-3 in the first half here. Another scenario where, like, better stance for 6 playground than last game. Still not the position you want to be in, but they're still playing double controllers.
Right.
With Fight for Brimstone. So we'll see. They'll definitely have a stronger defensive side than they have offense, but it's on them to at least get one more round before the half. When there's I think there's only 2 left. Yeah.
Yeah, they need at least another one here, but this is they're up. 6 Playground is kind of outplaying themselves right now. They had so much success on A. They tried to switch it up, and that's fine. Sam finds a pick onto Rich, who was looking to get the Tour de Force to open up something on A, but it's not going to work. And now we're going to see a quick B take here. Beautiful pick by LeBron. They know that there's one more in heaven. Jello, though, great nade and a great headshot to stop Poppy Rasa coming out. But yeah, Ryan, what I was saying is that they had success on A. They tried to switch it up. It didn't work. They get ecoed. Go back to A. It worked for you guys. Don't try to switch things up and try to make something new happen here. But they do have the B-bomb site. LeBron's is terribly weak, though, with almost no health on him. And now Sam, Swanton diving into the site. The Astral Wall from Wavy comes out. Very interesting. It does block off the view, and we're gonna see a beautiful ult, and TWK swings out and gets 2. Absolutely huge for his team. Jello gets 1, and A-Mate cleans it up, and I had no idea how that actually turns in their favor as a, what was that, 4v3, right? That was great by them.
Yeah, with the Brimstone ultimate coming clutch into the team, it splits up the team and allowed Tweak to get 2 kills there when they weren't. I don't think they were looking. I think Tweak was standing heaven. But yeah, very good defense post plant for 6 Playground. We said they needed one more round at least, because going into the second half, even if they drop this one, going into the second half 8-4 versus 9-3 is just a much better feeling.
Yeah, TWK using the ult here to make sure nobody can throw some utility to stop his team from taking this side in. We have another 5v5 retake here, and we saw how the last one worked out in 6 Playground's favor, Rylan. So Raku was thinking about flanking, and now Poppy Raza dedicates the ult, and this is looking like a very strong last round of the half for 6 Playground here. And there's not a lot of ults on the side of Lucky Cat Gaming. They have Raku and they have Sam, but It's not gonna work, and it's somehow, wow, Jello with an amazing shot! An amazing nade to take out the ult. That is insane by him. Rich trying to make something happen, and he does. He gets a 3K. Aim it, though. Looking for everything. Jello gets 4, and it's not enough. Wow, that was a chaotic last 5 seconds. Beautiful, beautiful ending to that half from CECS Playground.
It was almost a flashback to last game with the utility taking out the Viper. They had Poppy Rasa, which last game it was who was it last game? It was Aim It on it was Tweak on Viper last game, was it?
No, it was Rich. It was Rich.
Oh, okay, right, Chamber. Where they had a scenario where they had Rich planting it after the Viper ult, and then he dies right after. It wasn't so much the case, but I don't know how that nade got through and took him out.
Yeah, he just.
There's a lot going on there, so it probably just missed the sound cue for it. But it was almost the exact same thing where the entire team was open when the Viper ult fell down.
Yeah, look at CECS Playground stimmying on their defense and taking a page out of Casual Science book and getting aggressive on their defense side. I like this. But look at this group up, though. Lucky Cat Gaming is going to dedicate the utility. They take mid here, and they're up. Mail quick, but great flash by TWK. Does flash everybody, and he gets 1. Wavy trades him out. Poppy Rasa on the site, though. Has to go big here. Does he go for the right click? He does, and he kind of whips it up, and Jello somehow comes out with his life. LeBron's, though. Oh, my goodness. Dean with what a jiggle peek one tap there, and Raku takes out Rich, and this just kind of fell apart for... Just completely fell apart for CECS Playground, and... We were hyping up their defense side, but it kind of just fell apart. They got too aggro, and we didn't see that Brim and Viper synergy that they had last game, Rylan. Wavy with another beautiful 3K. This guy is a pistol demon.
Yeah. Well, they've lost both pistol rounds this match so far. Obviously, last half of it in a bit more dramatic fashion with the ace from Wavy first thing. But you know what? If they get rifles in their hands, I can see it. They ended up their advantage from last match came from winning the pistol round, and they just kept the advantage on economy from there. But this is a lot more evenly paced on both sides, and I think once they get like proper guns in their hands, I think they have a really good chance to holding it down.
Yeah, I agree, and I really wanted to see. I think Poppy Rasa and Brim need to play together. Their synergy, what was holding. You know, that's how they held in their last match, and they're opting to kind of split the map between both of them. It's not a bad idea, but we just saw them struggle, so... Looking at Gaming. Slowing it down. They are sitting in Garage, and now we're going to see it, but great molly here from Poppy Rasa to kind of delay here. And look at this, though. There's nobody really mid, Ryland. This is kind of scary. They could just kind of walk up into mail and just absolutely cause some devastation. But Raku, though, very patient, holds mid, and now they spot one person in market. And they're just... I like this. I like this change of pace. And Sam, unfortunately, looks to take out the bot, and instead Rich finds him, and great flash by TWK there to help out LeBron's. He gets 1. He gets 2. Oh, unfortunately, LeBron's can't trade him out, but it's a 3v2, and Poppy Rasa waiting
with the stinger,
waiting like a scorpion in the desert, to strike, and he does.
Wow, very good spot to hold there. Just as soon as they drop down, both of them in a line too.
Yeah,
very, very nice.
That couldn't get any better.
Yeah, a good round from CECS Playground. Some of them ran the bonus because Aim It forced with the stinger that round. Came on top, he's still buying it there. But then rifles and a full save coming from Lucky Cat Gaming. Hopefully the CECS Playground doesn't drop it like they did the last time. But then it would make it a 1-round game if they come out on top for CECS Playground.
Wow, TWK is so fearless right now. He gets 1 and then he repeats for the second. Dane finally takes him out there. He needs to get punished there, even if they are on the classics end.
There was like 3 or 4 of them mid.
Yeah,
he came out alive. He came out alive with two frags. So yes, that is a scenario where even on pistols, if you have three classics shooting at him, like only
you're about to take him out.
Only two of you need to hit your shots twice.
Right, and speaking of hitting shots, Jello, not sure how kills LeBron's. LeBron's hitting an LMAO in the chat. He doesn't even know what in the world that was. And so, still, now we're seeing some adjustments. Lucky Cat Gaming.
It is still a 3v3 as well.
Yeah, and they're still waiting, and now the Brimmy Stimmy. But look at this utility by Raku. I really like this. He is so good with his utility, and now he's making space. They have the B-bomb side. They gotta check. Poppy Raza gets one. Dane, unfortunately, doesn't get anything else, and Poppy Raza holding down that B side really well now.
Yep, another big round, and like you said, it's now down to 8-7. Keep in mind, it started off 5-0. A 6 Playground found some sort of jolt in their step. They were like, hey, it's do or die. If we don't win this series, we're going home. Because whoever comes out on top here will be playing against Casual Sign in the finals tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm really happy to see this is a very close game. And we'll see, certainly when it comes to map 2, what's going to happen as well.
I had a feeling this series was going to be close, and yeah, 5-0. And 6 Playground really, you know, just not giving up, and I love it. And look at, wow, just look at the stake, though. Jello going right in, and Rich and TWK kind of shutting it down, but Dane absolutely going brazy with a 3K onto the site, and Poppy Raza left in a 1v3 now.
Spike planted.
This does get really difficult. He hears the TP from Sam, so he knows there's 2 side at least. Raku, though, it's going to be really up to him to stop any push into short. And he might get caught here in just a bit, but they know where he's at now, and they want to swing him. They want to corner him, and Dane taking him out. And that's a great adjustment there, Rylan, by Lucky Cat Gaming. They just grouped up and hit A.
Yeah. Yeah, very nice. Very good push there onto site, too. Not a lot that 6 Player could have done. I think it caught them a little bit off guard. After a bit of a... They haven't really done an aggressive push like that since they've started on attacker's side. And yeah, like I said, caught them off guard. Very good, very quick, and I'd say a almost seamless round win, even though they dropped a few members of their team. They knew what they were doing there.
Yeah, absolutely, and wow, they're kind of getting a better read on what 6 Playground is doing. They just shut down the double push with the Brimmy Stimmy with Amit and LeBron's. This is really good. Now they're just going to sit back and hold, and really good stuff from them so far. I initially thought that Lucky Cat Gaming was going to hit B fast and switch it up, but they just kind of opt out, and Amit is playing with fire. I don't know what he's expecting.
Amit might be in a little bit of trouble here. They haven't made any noise, so as far as Amit knows, it's just Viper there, as that was the utility thrown out.
Right.
It looks like they're getting ready for a big push as soon as the smoke clears.
That's just unfortunate. Yeah. Unfortunately, Amit can't see Sam, but Sam can see his shoulder, and it's just going to be a free kill. And Wavy putting up the ult. His wall's going to go ahead and absolutely secure the spike being down. So 5v4 retake. We've seen 6 Playground make these retakes work at a disadvantage, and Astral Wall is going to go ahead and come down. Dane, though, not making this any easier. TWK finds one. It's down to the 4v2. They still got to take care of the guy A main. This is so hard. 3 people on the A side in Jello. Wavy making it happen. 10-7.
Yeah, virtually the same as last round, except they waited and had some of their members lurking around mid, and then not making a single footstep, all shift blocked over towards A. And as soon as that smoke drop, Amit, like you said, playing with fire, doesn't know that he's about to peek 5 members of Lucky Cat Gaming, and falls. And as soon as he fell, the Sky ultimate comes out, and they just push hard onto site and get the plant off.
Surprise! It's Lucky Cat Gaming. Alright, so we're gonna see their standard mid take here, and again, using the Brimmy Stimmy to make something happen. Amit runs down with his team, and he gets 2. Great round. Sam, though, holding his own. Wavy shutting it down. Amy gets a 3rd, though. Wow, that was a great push by them.
Well. It was a good push to start. They are on eco, so it's good to get the just get the frags out. They had a lot more potential, but they kind of hesitated when going through market here, and it just kind of got mowed down by. It was a combination of no, like after they pushed through, they kind of.
I got you.
I think it was a combination of Wavy and Jello that were there with both the rifles.
Yeah, and look at this. I like this call by Racco. He's like, hey, you know, like we know he's gonna be walking around B main. Just take CT, wrap around, come here, we have it. And
yeah, it doesn't leave a lot of time at all for LeBron's to come retake the site.
No, he has to rotate, and it's quite a bit. He's finally in heaven now, and we know what LeBron's can do. This man is the person you want in this 1v2 situation. So question is, are they gonna give him the opening here? So far, nothing. Love this from Lucky Cat Gaming. Playing is so disciplined. Now they hear him. He gets one, he gets two. I told you this man was the one. He was the one to win this 1v2, and wow, he makes it happen. I don't know how. What an insane clutch by LeBron's. That has to be a poggers in the chat. That was insane.
Wow. Just when you think there's not a lot of hope, they're hanging on to this game. It's 10-8. It's so close. They just need a couple more rounds to go in their favor. It's tied up. You've shown if they had a bit of a better start to the game, I would not be surprised at all if this was a current lead for 6 Playground.
Oh my goodness. LeBron's making me right. Love that. That was great. So they should shift that momentum a little bit back in their favor. That was a half buy from them, a force almost, and now we're on to the next. And so we're seeing here a bit of a default. It definitely looks like Lucky Cat Gaming does want to kind of hit this B side a little late into the round. They have Raku kind of holding this A side, and Rich is focused on that right side, and we know how these chambers can get caught off guard on their blind side, and now Rich has an idea of where Raku is, and I love the repositioning from Raku, getting out of there. He has the info, excuse me. And look at this execute though. Jello trying to make it quick. Poppy Raza though, I love it. He's playing so sneaky, but he gets absolutely caught off guard. Great ult as a response from Amit. He takes out Wavy, but Jello is still being a menace on this B side.
Yeah, and we have LeBron's. He did it last round. This time he does have Rich on his side as well.
Yeah, but Jello absolutely takes him out, and Rich is going to be a little too focused in his crosshair to notice Raku behind him, and great round by them despite just losing that 1v2. So good on Lucky Cat Gaming to kind of just not let that get to them.
And this is a very tough position for 6 Playground now. Not enough money to buy for a lot of their members. So you see them opting in for Spectres and armor. Rich is the only one able to get a rifle because he used the Tour de Force last round. But if they drop this round where they clearly do not have the firing power that Lucky Cat does, it's match point.
Yeah, it is. And we've seen 6 Playground make these rounds work, and Poppy Raza stopping any nonsense on the B side with his Viper's Pit ult. It's gonna go ahead and force these guys to either take mid or go to A, because B is not gonna be easy to take here.
Yeah, we do see them. Looks like they're rotating over to A. No footsteps heard in terms of 6 Playground. I'm surprised that with the Viper all down on B that they don't send an extra member towards A, because it's the likely response. But they know that they're going now. Here comes the hard push.
Amit trying to hold down the site. He gets one, but Dane and Wavy have swarmed the site. And now we're down to a 4v3. Sky is heavily damaged though, and he doesn't have a lot of HP, so there's an opportunity to take Dane out of this round and make it a 3v3, but so far TWK, Poppy Raza getting ready. There are no ults on their end, but Raku does have his ult. I don't think he will dedicate it here.
I think he's trying to wait for a match point scenario for the Viper Pit.
Yeah, but look at these trades go back and forth, and TWK, it's up to him. Dane looks away for a second, and wow, that's all it took. A single mistake. Beautiful 3K by TWK. Absolutely making that 4v3 look doable.
Yeah, and the two members getting picked off, leaving probably the one that you want to drop first as sort of maybe some sort of bait. But Dane, like we mentioned before, was so low on health at the start of that after the plant, and he's the last one standing there, which gives Tweak just basically the round because he didn't even need to aim for the head.
Yeah, I think there you want Dane to be the one to take the first contact. He's low, like you said, Ryland, and yeah, just mistakes coming out in the post plant from Lucky Cat Gaming. That's the second time they've lost a man up advantage in a post plant, so they really gotta win those, eh?
Yeah. Tweak, the one who survived the round, somehow didn't have enough to afford heavy armor, which I'm a little surprised by. We do have the KO ultimate up, however. I'm wondering if they'll use it defensively, as I imagine they don't want to force it to match point, especially if they got the previous round.
I think TWK might be waiting to ult if Raku decides to Viper's Pit. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. TWK does use his dagger to get some info that there are some players in B main, and not just a bit, but 3 of them are heavily stacked, and now we see Sam start walking over to group up with his teammate, and they're going to leave Raku just kind of lurking mid. I like this from him. He's going to walk through the door, and I highly suggest he doesn't push through that, but we'll see if he gets him. And no, Rich played that beautifully. Jello, though, gets a beautiful pick onto Poppy Raza to take the side, and Dane does as well. TWK did use the ult to try to stop, but Dane is just hitting his shots, and that's all it's going to take this side. Jello repositions to not get hit by that molly. They are kind of in these weird bunched up positions, but Dane is just on fire this round. And they just get absolutely shut down. That's unfortunate there, Ryland. They had the 5v4.
They did, yeah. Just poorly executed, honestly. And on match point 12-9, I don't think they expected to drop that round with the advantages they had, but now it's match point and they have no money to buy anything. A couple Spectres, a Bulldog coming out in the hands of LeBron's, and that is a big round to drop at this point of the game, and it might have cost them the map.
Yeah, unfortunately, all it takes is one mistake, and we know how much these mistakes are costing. But LeBron finally stops Jello from pushing into the side. He's been making so much room with those blast packs, and now Rich gets a dink onto Salmon. This is looking like a better round, a better hold from Six Playground here, and they know Sam is dinked up, and the heal does come out though. But look at this, Rich creeps up, he gets Sam. Raku though does take out LeBron's finally. Now they're looking to push throughout this main choke point, but it's looking dicey. Shots are being exchanged through the smoke, and so far, wow, TWK getting a little too aggressive though. Poppy Raza, nice little trade back. And Lucky Cat Gaming says, we're out of here. We don't want it.
Yeah, they have Wavy moving over to B. I'm pretty sure that Rich heard the footsteps through sewers, though. Maybe I'm wrong. It does look like he's starting to lean over to B. They're going to get the plant off for sure.
Yeah.
Basically, now they should start to rotate over.
Yeah, and there's the wall. Now, this is just going to have to be a standard 2v2 retake, but they're splitting up, though, right? And look at the map. Rich is already in heaven, and Poppy Raza is, you know, still in CT, so they have an idea. They hear the Skydog, and Dane doesn't get much info from that. He almost catches Rich falling out of heaven. And now we have an idea of what's happening here. They're finally together. Dane tries to flash Rich, but it's a great headshot by him. And look at Poppy Raza using his wall to deny any sight onto the site. They know where he's at now. They just gotta stick it here. Oh my goodness, Wavy spams it through. He needs to get him, but they didn't have it. Riley, it's over. Oh my goodness, the spray from Wavy. He started off strong and he ended it off even stronger.